the city. If you look on Sunday, anywhere around the world, you'd have seen people being extremely miserable, but you saw 24,000 people singing, dancing, running around the city. Beautiful. One of the videos I post, I think, with 124,000 views. It shows that the fears, and 98% of it was positive comments on that video, on the Instagram, on the TikTok. It shows that the fears that people have around social events, from here to Kailija to Mitchell's Plain. I recently hosted the mayor of Atlanta in Mitchell's Plain, where I shared some wonderful kusisters with him. So next year when you go to the World Cup, might find kusisters on your plate. It just lekker Suid-Afrikaanse kusisters at the World Cup next year. I'm hoping for it, obviously. He didn't commit to it, but he enjoyed it in Mitchell's Plain. And it shows just what our city and our province has to offer. So it's not just here, this side of the Atlantic seaboard, it's everywhere in our city. And that is the wonderfulness of our city. That's what people want to see.
The one thing that I also want to highlight about Cape Town is that yes, we've got great international events.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking Telkom, World, Beach Volleyball in Cape Town. But I know that you've got a special passion for grassroots development in the Western Cape.
Yeah.
Please talk to us about that and just the amazing work that you guys are doing in the Western Cape just to start the grassroots.
Well, let me tell you at grassroots level, and grassroots, I'll come back to our school sports strategy right now. A grassroots event, the Mitchell's Plain Festival is taking place in December. We've been a big supporter of us, the Western Cape government. The city of Cape Town has been a big supporter of that. This weekend, last Saturday, was the Guguletu Book Festival, the Cape Flats Book Festival, also taking place in Mitchell's Plain. We're busy with a massive event in George. We just want to go outside of the city. The George Arts and Culture Festival, starting from the 13th to the 16th of December, if I can quickly throw an ad in there. It's going to be a massive event taking place in the Garden Room. The inaugural festival shutting down George for 4 days. So the hundreds of thousands of visitors going to George, Mossel Bay, Platte, traveling from the Eastern Cape into the Western Cape, from the Western Cape into the Eastern Cape, will experience that. The Prince Albert, the Jazz Festival in the middle of the Karoo. Beautiful investment in that small town. The Matsikama Got Talent, an investment by us in Matsikama on the West Coast. So everywhere in the Western Cape, we invest in events as the Western Cape government. I think over 187 events that we are now partners with as the Western Cape government, and we continue to invest in those events. Where we can't find money, we go to private sector partners like Telkom. In this case, Telkom sponsored this event, and we asked private sector partners, other telcos, please help us. We can't give the amount of money that's needed, but please can you partner with it? Like the George event, can't name the telco that sponsored that event because we were Telkom today, but there also another big telco company has come on board there as well. And that is the talking about why the business invests where there's confidence. Business invests where they know things are happening, and I'm proud to say things. Elements of trust. Element of trust. The Cape Malay Choir, for example, it was the 85th birthday the other day, and they needed a massive amount of money. We didn't have that money, but I went to a private sector partner, and the private sector partner gave them R1 million contant because there was trust in it. They know I'm not going to take a touch by the back. So they gave that organization R1 million, and they're going to put up a show on Twitter Nivea like you've never seen before, simply because of the trust element. SAFA Western Cape, SAFA Western Cape in the under 18 LFA, they needed transport. We came up with a model to fund free transport for 14,000 young people here in Cape Town. Transport is important. Again, the other telco, I can't name them because we had a different event, came on board, and they asked us, are you comfortable with us investing in SAFA? And we said yes. It was a trust element that clinched that deal.
Trust is vital.
Trust is vital. We're respectable, we're a trustworthy government, and that's why that other telco invested in that project, and hopefully they'll roll it out nationally. But it started here in the Western Cape. Young people under 18, free transport with the telco and the company Golden Arrow, 2 soccer games on a Saturday.
Sure. Absolutely beautiful. Mr. Ricardo, Provincial Minister of Sports.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you on the spot before I let you go. We've got 5 days of action. Volleyball.
Yeah.
The finest athletes in the world.
Yeah.
Sona.
Yeah.
How are you seeing the South Africans taking it in the final?
You know, South Africans got incredible fears, and we got incredible spirit. We put together some of the world's greatest events, from the Burke River to the Mid-Mile to obviously the Comrades Marathon. We do think that the rest of the world can't even begin to think of. The world's largest cycle tour takes place right here in Cape Town, 35,000 cyclists. So we do incredible things when nobody's watching and when somebody's is watching. So on Sunday, hold up. Hold up.
I say Afrikaner van wen. That's all what I say.
Definitely. Hold up.
Mr. Ricardo, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for your time.
But most importantly, thank you for the amazing work that you guys are doing.
we really need
in
it.
Cape, and the next 5 days are going to be absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for the work that you are doing.
Thank you very much.
Your team is doing, and of course that your private sponsors, as well as Telkom.
And Telkom, yeah. And thank you for sharing the positivity. Wonderful sharing the great message.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Hopefully I didn't keep you too long.
No,
I felt like that there was a lot to talk about.
Wow, and there's lots more to talk.
Yes.
I feel better even suspect.
I think. Oh, Barry. I should kidnap him as well.
Yankee, we live. So just chill there and do it.
I wanna
go shoot some cutaways.
Because here's the thing, man. If you keep the live running, I can go grab it myself.
Yeah.
I'll keep it running.
Yeah.
What's my mic? Bro, what was the audio on? doesn't really make sense, to be honest.
This is not a setup, eh?
Yeah. We've got a 3-camera setup and he's just interviewing some people. I just want to bring shows up.
Or you want me to record this also?
Yes, please. This is one of the highlights.
I can't believe how light this is, eh?
Very light.
Eh? It's crazy.
Compared to the old traditional lights,
Yeah,
like it's super, super light. Because ideally we wanted to use these, but then the problem with all the guests, you have to like keep on putting it.
Someone's going to run away with it.
Exactly. Please remind me.
I'm with Telkom.
With Telkom. In terms of position, how do I position you?
Just say executive. Yeah. No. Never. There's about 5 more layers.
I'm poking at the bear a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay, one day.
No worries, no worries. We normally say someday we'll be like him.
You know, running your own gig.
Yeah. It also takes a big team, a lot of hard work, and years of experience. You know?
All right, gents. 5, 4,
So I just
3, 2, 1.
It's the grand opening of the World Volleyball Beach Pro Tour hosted right here in Cape Town. One of the most important things is, of course, the sponsorship, and that's this year and possibly the next years to come is brought to you by Telkom. I've got one of the executives and also joining me right here on the couch. As you can see, the setting is absolutely beautiful, and the most important thing is we're calling this the pre-party to the 5 days of action that lie ahead right here in Cape Town, in the mother city. And of course, this is the South African edition of this Pro Tour as well. And how are you doing? How excited are you?
Absolutely. It's just amazing. Couldn't ask for a better location, better weather. Yeah, I was going to say better province, but yeah, it's just amazing to be here.
I have to ask you this question because, of course, you've been planning this for quite some time, and I know that you know what happened on Sunday because as we were doing the planning for this trip as well, when we saw that the Cape Town Marathon was cancelled, unfortunately, we got a little bit nervous. For you as one of the key sponsors to this event, how excited were you to just know that the event is continuing and that the 5 days of action will most certainly take place?
Sure, I mean, it's amazing to think that the weather is so unpredictable and it can really wreck a lot of ambitions and a lot of dreams for so many people. You know, I think as a runner myself, and I know how much effort goes into those things, people have prepared. And yeah, I mean, to sit here a few days later and see we're in such spectacular weather, let's just hold the weather holds, and let's hope it holds, and let's hope that the athletes get to showcase their skills and put their skills to the test. So yeah, I think as a title sponsor, you know, you take a risk. We've obviously taken a risk, but we're very, very excited for what the week holds and the opportunities that lie ahead.
We talk about the athletes there. The one thing for me that truly stands out is this is not just a local volleyball tournament. It's an international tournament. How exciting is it to have the best in the world competing in South Africa? Because, I mean, the standard is incredibly high, and I mean, the action that's on display will be phenomenal for the next 5 days.
It certainly will, and I think that was one of the reasons why Telkom was excited about this. You know, it's not often you get international tours coming in, especially a unique sport like beach volleyball. And when you get the best in the world that are coming to a setting like Camps Bay to play on just the most spectacular beach, one of the most spectacular beaches in the country, we certainly couldn't pass up the opportunity to be a part of that.
In terms of the action that lies ahead in the next 5 days, I want to put you on the spot a little bit. I know that you're a South African. Are we seeing maybe 1 or 2 South Africans in the final, maybe winning the final on Sunday?
If I was to tell you that I'm such a big fan that I know exactly how well they will do, I'd be lying. But let me just say that I have heard that you know, beach volleyball as a South African sport is growing, and the team is doing well. And let's just hope. Let's hope for the best. Let's hope they do well, meet their expectations, and maybe even exceed them.
Certainly. In terms of what I can recommend to the players, I'll be chatting to a few of the players over the next 5 days. I've already made one recommendation. local South African cuisine. Some would call it a delicacy. I went with bulpa, so that's my recommendation to the international athletes. What's your recommendation, Andrew? Which food must they try? Maybe which location can they go check out right here in Cape Town, just to maybe feel that South African hears the South African flavor?
Wow, that's probably a really tough question, and we know that South African just has the most amazing food. Maybe a local cheese and yama. Go and get some pap and vleis and enjoy some of the cultures. I don't have a specific spot or restaurant that I would recommend, but I think what we're really well known for is good meat, good company, good wine. So let them maybe go and have some pap and vleis or cheese and yama and just enjoy the food.
Andrew, thank you so much for joining us on the couch, and also thank you for your commitment to supporting international events that are hosted locally as well. Hopefully you enjoy the next 5 days of action. My prediction is that South African will hopefully win the tournament, but if they don't, it's perfectly fine, because I think the rest of the world would have tasted a taste of South Africa. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, Andy. So much short and sweet.
Yeah, that's
all good. No worries. I don't want to keep it too complicated.
Thank you so much. That was cool. That was amazing.
nice to meet you guys.
No worries, no worries. But we'll see you on the
No, I'm actually in the morning.
Yes, we basically.
I mean, that's the 21 here.
So we gotta get to myself. I work what happens when our beginners start?
I want you to do like an establishing rule for here, what's happening, you know what I mean? I don't think I forgot. Did you listen? No, the interview was fine. I'm just wondering if it's still a bed because it's impossible. Because bringing people to the crowd is becoming a mission. What I want to do is I want us to go, on our top level. Like what I think we need to do is go to the people, like what they did. You see, because in the background it becomes different. Because you can capture a lot more of the accuracy. But then which camera? No, it's like because my thing is with the live, it's not like varsity football where there's something I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna turn the live, I'm gonna put it here. What's happening here, then we'll come back.